So the first game I picked up at the con is from Revolution Games, Shiloh, The First Day, Crisis in the West, from the American Civil War, volume number 11. Designer Steve Carey, developer Roger Miller, graphics Edmund Hudson, Charles Keebler, and Mark Mahaffey. Very nice. Looking forward to get this played. Now I bought quite a few games, but this is number one. I think I paid $80 or $85 for it, and no shipping because I picked it up at the con. You gotta love that. So the next day I picked up a couple of games from the auction. Now what will happen is some of the manufacturers will donate some games to SDHistCon, and all the money raised through that goes to SDHistCon for the work that they do, helping fund that. And I ended up getting 2 games on the second day. Now I might have paid a little much. It was like $5 increments on the bids. They started out kind of low, got up to, I think I put 35, and somebody put 40, and I came back and put 100 because there's one of these 2 games that I really wanted. First one was The Hunters. Now I actually have a pre-order in the P500 for when this gets printed again. So this wasn't the game I was after, but I was like, I don't care. I can get it a little early. And then I'll have 2 copies, and we'll see what I'll do with one of those copies. But the second game that I got out of that auction was right here, Atlantic Chase. So this is one I was really looking forward to getting. Oh, by the way, Gregory M. Smith. I didn't think I needed to say too much about the Hunters. Most of you guys know what this is all about. This is I'm so excited to at least get my hands on it, even though, like I said, I know it is going to be coming out. But this is one, I don't know how this one missed my radar. Atlantic Chase by Jeremy White. And it's got a very interesting way of playing the game. Now, I haven't got all the way through it yet, but it does have solitaire suitability up to 9. And it can be played as a 2-player game. So I'm going to really dive into this. I may do a quick unboxing of this because it's got some interesting stuff in it. But this was the second game that I got. So again, I got The Hunters, kind of a naval theme, World War II, and Atlantic Chase for $100. Next day, I got 3 games for $60. First one, Battle of Kursk, designed by David K. Van House, or Hoos. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Love the art on this cover. It's kind of got that poster feel to it, right? And this is from Flying Pig Games. Now, I haven't had a chance to really dive into this one, but there were a couple other games, and I had seen this somewhere, and I like what Mark does. I got to chat with him because he had put a game in the postcards from the front. So I wanted to see what they had done with this particular game, and it's platoon level combat. So that just goes with some of my other tactical games. Speaking of that, the last 2 games I got, The Last 100 Yards. This is a Mike Dennison game, also from GMT. It's the second printing, and along with that came Volume 4, The Russian Front. So if I like it, obviously I've got some games I'm going to need to go buy. Okay, that's kind of how this works. It's a 2-player game, and again, tactical. I've got a nice collection of tactical games. It says Solitaire a 6. Now, I know almost next to nothing about this game system. So part of it was I wanted to pick it up for that very reason. Same thing here, Solitaire 6. So, yeah, that was my haul. A couple of Last 100 Yards, the Battle of Kursk, That was all on the final day, a different auction, but the final day of the auctions for 60 bucks. Atlantic Chase and the Hunters for $100. Again, might have overpaid, but it's all going to a good cause on those two. And then the first day, I ended up picking up this directly from the fine gentleman at Revolution Games. It was a transaction that took place in a parking lot. It's not as shady as it sounds. Anyway, that was my haul. Again, I think I've got more games than I'm going to get on the table in the next year. But that's part of the hobby, my friends. That's part of the hobby. Anyway, as usual, I appreciate you taking time to check out what I do here on the channel. Leave a comment. I should get back to you on those. If you got any thoughts or ideas on these games you want to share, feel free. And if this is content that you enjoy, think about subscribing to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Until the next one, goodbye for now.